Let's talk about compassionate success. So we know that we want to be successful, and you define that however you define success, but to be able to do it with compassion, to be able to realize that it takes people to get things done. It's about everyone winning versus someone winning and someone losing. When you have compassionate success, you're keeping people as the priority. You still want to win, but you're not losing sight of the people that need to help you win. And so therefore you're not trying to climb the ladder by stepping over people and leaving people in the wake. You're bringing people along with you. That's compassionate success. And as a leader, that is so important. As a leader, you want your team to shine. You want to give them opportunities to give that briefing, and you be there for support, but you don't always have to be the one at the table doing the speaking. You want to make sure that you're celebrating individual wins and that you're celebrating team wins, because then everybody gets to feel really good about what they've done, how they've contributed, and they feel much more a part of the team. Compassionate success is also about putting people in the right places, giving them, making sure they have the resources to succeed, and also giving them the grace if they fall short in an area because they really tried, but they just maybe didn't make the mark. So there's a difference between somebody not doing their best, and then that, of course, needs to be corrected. But there's a difference when somebody's doing their best and maybe they just fall short. So having the compassion to understand when that's the case, but also knowing your people well enough so that you're putting them in the best place so they can succeed and be successful. That is compassionate leadership. And then when they win, you as the leader wins. My husband comes home often and he's got the biggest smile on his face when he's telling me about the briefing that he had where he prepared somebody that was a direct report or somebody on his team. He prepared them for that briefing, and then they gave the briefing. Even though he could have done the briefing, he gave them the opportunity to do the briefing. And when they shine, he comes home and he tells me about it, and he is just so proud of that team member. And that team member then just, they own it to a whole different level. Whatever that project was or whatever that part they played, they own it. And then they start to lean forward and lean in, and they start to come up with and think about things that are coming down the pipe. And what about this? And so now they're able to come up with suggestions because they're realizing that they play a valuable part. That to me is compassionate success. And so we're combining having success with the compassion for the people that help us achieve that success.